Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go with the information. If the ratio of A to B is 10 to 3 and the ratio of A to C is 3 to 1, what is the ratio of B to C? Here we have two ratios, A to B and A to C. Using these two ratios, we have to find the ratio of B to C. Okay, first let me write the given ratios. That is A to B equals to 10 to 3 and A to C equals to 3 to 1. In these two ratios, what do we find in common? We find A in common, and the number corresponding to A in the first ratio is 10 and the number corresponding to A in the second ratio is 3. Whenever we solve this kind of problems on ratio, we have to get the same number for the stuff we find in common in the given two ratios. So that is, we have to get the same number for A in both the ratios. For that, we have to get the least common multiple of the two numbers, 10 and 3, which are corresponding to A in the given two ratios. What is the least common multiple of 10 and 3? So is there any common divisor other than 1 for 10 and 3? No. So 10 and 3 are relatively prime. When I want to find least common multiple of the two numbers which are relatively prime, what I have to do is I have to multiply the two numbers. When I multiply the two numbers, I am getting 30. So 30 is the least common multiple of these two numbers, 10 and 3. So that is, I have to make this 10 as 30 and 3 as 30 in these two ratios. So let me take the first ratio A to B. So to make this 10 as 30, I have to multiply both the terms of the ratio by 3. So let me multiply the first term by 3 and the second term also by 3. Actually, my aim is to make this 10 as 30. So for that, I have to multiply by 3. So whenever I want to multiply a particular term of the ratio by some number, always I have to do multiplication in both the terms of the ratio. So that still this ratio is equal to the original ratio 10 to 3. Okay, now A to B equals to 10 times 3 is 30 and 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, now let me go to the second ratio. In this second ratio, to make this 3 as 30, I have to multiply by 10. So that I have to do with both the terms of the ratio. That is, the first term has to be multiplied by 10. The second term also has to be multiplied by 10. Then I'm getting A to C equals to 30 to 10. Okay, now I got the same number corresponding to A in both the ratios. In the first ratio, 30 is a number corresponding to A, and in the second ratio, that is a number corresponding to A. So once we get the same number for the stuff we find in common in these two ratios, now we can solve the problem further. Our aim is to find the ratio of B to C. So for that, we have to get the number corresponding to B in the first ratio, that is 9. So we can plug in 9 for B over here. And now we have to get the number that is corresponding to C in the second ratio, that is 10. So we can plug in 10 for C over here. We got the ratio of B to C, that is 9 to 10. And also, if there is any possible simplification, we have to do it. That is, if there is any common divisor for these two terms of the ratio, we have to divide both the terms by that number. But we don't find any common divisor for 9 and 10 other than 1. So that's how this is this ratio is in simplest form. So therefore, the ratio of B to C is 9 to 10.